Hey everyone, welcome to my channel where I help you break down DAT subjects into simple and easy to understand concepts. Today we are tackling some fundamental topics in biological chemistry. It is perfect for building a strong foundation in everything that you do in your DAT prep, okay? And don't worry, I'll throw in some terribly drawn doodles to keep it fun and interesting. So let's dive in. So today, the first thing that we are going to talk about is matter and elements. So what is matter? Matter is anything that takes up space and has mass. So takes up space, has mass. All right, so think of it like your favorite snack. Say chips, cookies, or even a giant pizza. I'll draw for you a pizza right here. All right, that looks more like a block of cheese, but whatever. So it is taking up space in your stomach, and it has mass in your stomach. That is basically matter. So, what is an element? All right, so matter is made up of elements. All right, so what an element really is a pure substance with unique physical and chemical properties. It's a pure substance. All right, unique chemistry and physical properties. All right. So elements cannot be broken down into anything simpler, all right? So let's take a golden brick, for example. All right, this is a golden brick. Gold. Let's say that you are trying to splice this gold brick up. 1, 2, 3. Is it still gold? Yes, it is. It is still gold. So, it is still worth the same. Boop, boop, boop. All right. The next topic that we are going to talk about is atoms and molecules. What is a atom? So let's zoom in on the building blocks of elements, which is an atom. Atoms are like Lego bricks. It is the smallest unit of matter. Smallest unit of matter. All right. It retains the properties of the element. For instance, a hydrogen atom is still a hydrogen. It is just a super tiny hydrogen atom. All right, it's just super tiny. That's all it is. Let's say this is a hydrogen atom. It is still the same thing. It's a hydrogen. All right. So let's take, for example, what happens when two or more atoms join forces? So let's say this hydrogen and this hydrogen, and let's say a oxygen. What does it make? Yes, you're right. It makes H2O, which is a molecule. So a molecule is one or more atoms, two or more atoms, in this case, two or more atoms that combine to join forces, and which makes a molecule. Two or more atoms that are kaboosh together. So our next topic is intramolecular and intermolecular forces. All right, so I want you to pay attention to these two root words over here, okay? So what do you think intra means? It means within. All right, whenever you think of the word intra, think within. So intramolecular forces is the force that keeps everything together from falling apart. So think of it as super glue. All right. Inter means between. So this intermolecular force is a little bit weaker than intramolecular forces. Hence, we're going to say that this is kind of like a handshake between atoms, okay? They're not as strong, but they are still very, very important. So let's take, for example, okay, hydrogen bonding. It is a intermolecular force. And it is also why water sticks together and gives you puddles. So let's draw some water. Okay. Terribly drawn puddle, but whatever. Our next topic is monomers and polymers. So what is a monomer? So let's look at these root words over here, monomer and polymer, okay? So biology involves a lot of macromolecules like proteins and DNAs, which we would talk about later. So let's start small with monomers. A monomer, in another sense, is one or singular. Okay? So it is something that is one by itself. Let's think of it like a necklace. A beaded necklace, specifically. So a monomer is like a single bead in a necklace. It is a small unit that can link up with the other beads to make it a necklace. So what do you think a polymer is? Yeah, basically it's the whole necklace. All right. When monomers link together, they form polymers. Poly, which means multiple. That is the root of polymer. So polymers are everywhere in biology, from your hair to your muscles. For our final topic in this video, let's talk about dehydration reactions and hydrolysis. So let's look at the root word of these words as well, okay? So what happens when you're dehydrated? Dehydrated is basically when you feel very thirsty, right? So I usually like to think of this as water leaving the system in a dehydration reaction. So in a dehydration reaction, specifically, a covalent bond is formed between two monomers. Okay, so let's use the bead example again. These are two monomers. All right. And covalent bond is formed. Boop. That's the covalent bond. All right, and water leaves. kind of like making a friendship bracelet, but throwing out like the scraps. In hydrolysis, let's look at the root word of hydrolysis. Hydro means water, right? Lysis means to break apart. All right. So that's one way I like to remember it, as water. It basically crashes the party and breaks up the polymer. So water is breaking up stuff, essentially. Boop, and then pow. It's broken up because of the hydrolysis reaction. So a very good example of hydrolysis is digestion in your stomach. So what happens in your stomach? You digest things, right? So hydrolysis is used to break down food into smaller absorbable pieces in your stomach. Hydrolysis reaction. All right? Break down food. And that's your quick breakdown of some of key topics in biological chemistry. I hope this video helped you a little bit. If you enjoyed it, draw some doodles along with me and share them in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you would like to see next. I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with your DAT prep. Peace.